Well, we are all looking forward to Thursday night when Joe's Honky Tonk in Kearney celebrates their 4-year anniversary party. And this is the guy that's going to be on stage that night. William Clark Green joins us today. Good to see you, bud.
Good to see you too. We're a good band to hire for celebrations, that's for
Yeah,
sure. We,
that's
we know
right.
how to celebrate.
There is none better. Of course, you've played the venue many times, and
Yeah.
we're excited that you're going to be back and partying with us in Kearney, Nebraska.
Yeah, it's honestly, Kearney's kind of been like a home away from home, honestly. Like we played there quite a bit, and it seems like we're always hitting it on the way up or the way back. So, yeah, it's been a fun little stop in the last few years. And yeah, it's always been cool. I mean, I feel like we were just there with Shane Smith and them. I feel like that wasn't even that long ago, you know?
That was Red Dirt on the River. That was in February, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. So,
And that was the last time that you and I talked. This Thursday night, they're going to have food trucks. Dylan Bloom's going to get the show started. It'll be a great time for everybody. Kicks off a cruise night week, too. So it's 3 nights of music that you're beginning at Joe's Honky Tonk. But, back in February when we talked, you had, I think you were just about to add to the family. I mean, it was like days after that your family grew.
right. That was February. Yeah, that was Chapman was born. So February 20th. So yeah, we missed out. Thank God. Had some backup plans for, leaving the show right after and all that stuff. But we didn't wait that long after the show. We got out of there pretty quickly. So, but yeah, Chapman was born February 20th. And then Benjamin's second birthday was, the 13th. So a few days ago on Saturday. So.
Everybody's doing well. Are you enjoying having a couple of boys now?
Oh, it's the best. I mean, you always hear people say, you hear the negative things about kids and you hear the positive things. It's been an incredible experience for me. Yeah, I don't even remember what life was like before. It just seems so insignificant. And just the kids it's rewarding. And Benjamin's in twos right now, so it's getting a little bit more difficult, but he gave us a very, very, very easy couple of years. And he was just such a good kid. And now he's starting to get, terrible twos or kind of rearing their head. But, it's just been a great experience. I couldn't imagine, like I said, uh, life without this experience. It's been really cool.
That's exciting to hear. William Clark Green joins us ahead of his show Thursday at Joe's Honky Tonk in Kearney. I might ask you a little bit about how that impacts your songwriting, because when we talked early in the year, you mentioned that due to the place that you are in life, you're happy, you're doing well, you had a baby on the way, and that's not traditionally what your songs have been about, that you had a little bit of writer's block. 6 months later, how
Yeah,
you
I
doing?
would, I would say, it's kind of like I'm jumping on board with what, like, I feel like some of the greatest songs in the world, especially like Great Day to Be Alive, are songs that are created out of happiness, and the sad, depressing ones, there's some great heartache songs, but really the songs that are really the biggest songs in the world typically make people happy and people are right in a happy place. So I'm excited to get through that, get into that. I think Whole Lot of Lubbock, our new single, is kind of the start of kind of just writing different songs. It's like a good Texas introduction of like where I think, you know, things that I can write about that are more relatable because I don't want to write heartbreak songs anymore. But we still have them. And I was actually thinking the other day, I was like, man, I'm curious what the songs would, because I genuinely believe that good songs come from a genuine place. I think it's really hard to fake that. So I am curious, if I do decide to write a breakup song, can I do it? Can I do it successfully without it having a feeling attachment to it? So um there's so many other things to write about and so many things that write great songs, and so I'm really excited about not harping on that one so much, not the broken record going over and over and over. So I'm excited about that. I think it's taken me a step back and kind of reevaluate how I want to approach it. But yeah, I think it'd just be fun. So sounds fun. Less
It
taxing.
does. Well, let's talk about the new single, Whole Lot of Lubbock. You're not originally from Lubbock.
No, I'm from Tyler, but everything that I have and everything that I've been given is a product of Lubbock, including my music festival that we have there called Cotton Fest, which is what is a huge success this year. And and yeah, I just owe so much to the town, and with Cotton Fest, we actually have a 501c aspect of it where we're able to give back a little bit to the farming and ranching community, which is all my friends are involved in. And yeah, it's like Lubbock's not home. It never was home, but it's the start. It was the start of something that it was a start of a journey for me that is consumes my entire life. And Lubbock is the breeding grounds for that, and all the relationships and friendships I made. I mean, you're talking about the first place I played to my first fans that are now friends, and like, it's just a very special place. I don't think my life ever has me living there as much as I would like to, because the touring aspect would be just a nightmare through there. But it's just become a super special place for me, and I've really the friendships there have been the ones that seem to last the longest. And we live in Fort Worth now, and Fort Worth is fantastic. It's as close to the airport we can get and still feel like we're in Lubbock, but um, yeah, just West Texas in general. It just seems like the type of America that I would like to live in.
Very good. William Clark Green joins us. Make sure you have your tickets to see him Thursday at Joe's Honky Tonk in Kearney for the 4-year anniversary party. I imagine you've been spending some time at home with your family for the first part of 2024. Now heading out on tour, do you have a lot of dates lined up, or what's the rest of the year look like?
Yeah, pretty much Wednesday through Saturday. I mean, that's a lot of it. This is kind of the first one where we got, I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday this weekend. And yeah, it's busy. It's hard to complain because we haven't been this spring, and by design. And yeah, it's just it's I'm really looking forward to it. The flying in and out, it gets a little taxing, but I think a lot of the guys have been idle hands this year, and so I think it'll be a good uh, it'll be a good realization of how much we like our time off too. So
Very good. Camera's moving around a little on
yeah,
that.
sorry about that.
That's all right. I was going to ask you about some of the older tunes that you made. As you're looking forward to doing a new album and getting back to the studio, as you look back on the previous albums, is there a song or maybe songs that you don't think maybe got the moment that it deserved?
Yeah, all of them. I mean, I think, yeah, I mean, there's a bunch. There's a bunch. I mean, I think "Drowning" is one of my best written songs. I think "Anymore," which anymore has been a song that people sing at shows, which is really all you can ask for. I mean, it's a live show and people are singing along. I mean, what's your expectations? I mean, our expectations for mainstream radio to pick up a song is not. We don't have. That's just not the game we're playing. Um, and and so yeah, I think that "Feel Alive" off the last record, I think that song was a fantastic. I think that song is a really well written song. I don't think it got any movement. I wish it would have, but it didn't. That's just how it works. I mean, I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate enough to have songs that people know, and there are a lot of songwriters who are better songwriters than me, and better performers, and better singers that don't have that. And so I don't know what that sauce is and why I was able to create songs that people gravitate toward, but I feel very fortunate with it. So I don't take it as like a this is bullshit or this is BS. I can't. Sorry about that. You have to edit that. Um, I don't think of it that way. I think of it as just like, it's not up to me. Of course, every song that I put on a record, it's something I would like to listen to. It's something that I and I enjoy. I'm in love with, and that's just my taste in music. I record music that I want to listen to. Um, and so everything I feel like is I always says, oh, this is gonna be a smash. This is gonna be a hit, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and you don't really know. I mean, we didn't think Ringling Road anybody's gonna care about that song. We did it because we wanted to and we enjoyed it, and so it's just kind of like up to the gods. I don't know. I don't know I've seen buddies do the same thing. They release a song. I'm like, dude, this is a fantastic song. It's going to do so well for you. And sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. It's just, I don't know. I mean, why did Chris Stapleton was in a band for 15 years and putting out great music, and then all of a sudden he puts out a solo record, and it's the biggest talk of, but there was nothing new for him. He's been doing that stuff for 15 years. So I think timing there's all sorts of aspects about it, but I feel very fortunate to have songs that people know, no matter if they're my favorite or, I don't get worn out on them. Honestly, I'm happy to have songs people know. So,
Ringling Road, that had to open so many doors for you. And it's interesting to hear you say you never really even saw that coming.
oh no, absolutely not. We thought it was going to be a career herder. Honestly, we thought radio was going to wonder what the heck we were doing, and it's become such an important song in our set and in our lives. Just proud to have it, honestly, and also I'm also proud to have a song that's one of our biggest songs that creative. That doesn't work out all the time. Where you can be creative and get in a space like that and go off on get outside your box and create something like that and it be a hit is not normally how it works out. Typically, those are B-side songs that are kind of fun that some people your real fans will like, but the general public are going to be like, eh. But it's also, I think, when people go on Spotify and they hear my name and they go to our top listened songs and they click on that one first, I don't think it's the best representation about what we do either. So I think it has damaged us for people who listen to that song first and wonder what the hell we're doing. Um, but yeah, I'm just like I said, I'm proud to have a song that's that creative. That's a big song for us.
What can you tell us at this point about your next project?
Um, I've written a handful of songs. I've written two keepers, and one of them's Whole Lot of Lubbock, and the other one's called Where the Wild Things Are. And so I've been under a conundrum because I wrote this song when I found out we were pregnant with Benjamin. Benjamin's two. And then when we were, by the time we finished the song, Luke Combs came out with Where the Wild Things Are. And so I was actually not going to release it at all, but I got to a point where I wrote that song. My dad passed away this year. And I wrote that song for my son, and it comes from a very genuine place. I've had the idea for a while, a really long time, and the idea came from a genuine part. And I was so concerned about people thinking I copied, which it's just not what I've ever done. So after talking with some buddies, and it's just like it's gonna be a song. I'm very proud of it. It's about my son. And especially after losing my dad, I'm like, dude, I want my son to have that if when I die, that song, and he's not going to care what else was done. It's going to mean so much to him, and so that's going to be a song for us that I'm really excited about. And and yeah, so like I said, I got two songs right now. I got three, and I'm just trying to figure out the best way to we got two completed songs, and I'm just trying to figure out the best way to keep them coming. And I think we're going to release a lot of singles this next go around as opposed to come out with the record. I think we're going to release 4 or 5 singles first. So Whole Lot of Lubbock's first, and maybe Wild Things Are probably next, and then and we'll just see what happens with that. So I mean, the music business has changed so much. I don't even know. I don't even know. It's just not up to me to do all that stuff. I just go. My job is to write songs and record them and provide our team with stuff that they can use. And so that's I'm gonna take. I don't really know the whole release stuff, and that's just I don't know what the hell's going on in the music business right now, to be honest with you. So
Just go with the flow, I guess. That's
just
all you
what
can
just
do.
I just my job is to make songs and perform them, and that's what I'm gonna stick to. Trying to figure out the ins and out of that are just it's who knows. I don't know what the answers are there.
I got to think that you'd be happier approaching it that way as an artist anyway. I mean, doing what's in your heart, and hopefully it takes off and goes somewhere.
Yeah, I think there's two types of guys. Like I said, I feel very fortunate to have songs people know. I feel very fortunate that I write my own music and I don't cover any. I don't do outside cuts, which means I don't record songs other people have written. I know my path in the business. For me, it's all about integrity as a songwriter. I've always been that way. It's not about being a superstar. I think everyone wants to go out and make a bunch of money and be noticed for their efforts. I of course I'm not going to sit there and say I don't, but the dreams and aspirations of playing stadium shows, it's just not even in it's not even in the realm of like I'm not saying I never count anything out of a possibility, but I just like I said, I'm very very content and love writing songs and performing them and places and like Joe's and Carney. I mean that's my job. That's what we do. We go out and we play bar joints, we played theaters, we played that kind of stuff, and that's I'm proud to do that. That's all I ever wanted out of it, and to have fans and that sing along to the songs that I wrote that mean a lot to me. That's what it's all about. So
Well, we want to invite everybody to come sing along with William Clark Green Thursday at Joe's Honky Tonk and maybe get to hear some new stuff as well. William, thanks so much for taking a little time to talk with us ahead of the show.
yeah, man, thanks for having me, Adam.
Yeah, again, outhousetickets.com. Dylan Bloom's going to open up the show. There's going to be food trucks, and it kicks off all the festivities for cruise night as well. William Clark Green, Joe's Honky Tonk in Kearney, Thursday night.